Hey, we're just gonna get into it because, yeah, I'm late. I'll talk here for a little bit and then we'll get into it. Hey everyone, how are we doing? Oh, the music's probably really loud. Drinking strawberry lemonade? Nice. I am eating cereal right now. Cheerios. It's like a midnight snack. I mean, I have to review the duels anyways, and I figure it'd be better to do it with you guys for a couple of reasons. One, so that new contestants can understand the contest better. Yeah, it's also 10 past midnight for me as well. I'll leave the VOD up so that like people who want to watch it later can still watch it. But I need to review it anyways. You guys can help me review it, and also it helps people who haven't submitted yet understand how things will be judged. This will be the first one that I review, and this one looks particularly promising, so this one almost certainly will be one of the ones that gets selected. Alright. Real DJ hours, pretty much. I'm a night owl, and my partner is a big morning person, because they are a semi-professional runner. So, we each have our own quiet times at different parts of the day. You got a certain number of replays that you'll show? At least one. Well, this is my first time doing it, so I'm not sure how long they'll take. So I want to at least get through one. So this is a duel. It falls under the character duel category of modern Yusei versus modern Yuya. I've looked through the whole thing. It's really cool and has a really cool finale. I don't know if there's any misplays, so if you guys notice anything, be sure to point that out. And that's basically the gist of it. You guys have any questions? Let me know. What? Odd Eyes versus Synchron? Yeah. Alright. So I'm not gonna spoil how this duel ends, for people who don't already know. But here's what information we have at the start of the duel. Here's their extra deck. I don't know for to assume that they play everything in here. I think we are. If not, we can ignore the ones that aren't used. Like we don't have to assume that they have access to all these. We just have to assume that they had access to everything they actually played. Alright, let's get to it. I'm going to read cards as they're played. So, first, set the pendulum scales with Persona Pal, Performa Pal, Silver Claw. Its pendulum effect is pendulum monsters gain attack. This one's if an Odd Eyes pendulum or Odd Eyes card you control is destroyed by battle, you can special summon one Odd Eyes monster for your main hand deck. Great, that one's pretty good. Might be difficult to find misplays on Yusei's end. Hey, that's a good thing. Throughout all my videos, only one person has correctly identified a misplay, in my opinion. Alright, so we set the pendulum scale. I'm taking control of this duel starting now. He slaps down his hand except for this one. I don't think it's the right scale level. Because we have scale 5 through 8. So he summons 2 level 7s. You can reduce, Odd Eyes. If this card is in your hand, you can... Oh, so these are just vanilla monsters essentially at this point. You can reduce the battle damage you take from a pendulum monster to 0 during your turn, during your end phase. Wait, what? Is this the normal Odd Eyes effect? Oh no, I'm looking at the pendulum effect. Yeah. A huge misplay I made on turn 4 this morning. If there's a way to correct it, we can take care of it though. If you have already found a solution, we can just take that into account. Okay. But yeah, please point it out when we get to it. Okay. I like this, that Yusei immediately makes it into essentially a turbo duel, which is fun. Each time a card or a monster is synchro summoned. I'm actually gonna move this over here so I can see chat better. And I'm gonna flip-flop where I have you guys. Just requesting, but could we get to my duel tonight? We'll see if we have time. I don't know how fast it's gonna take. Yours will be next on the docket. If this card is sent to the graveyard, all level 2 or lower monsters you control gain 500 attack. You really took the duel to the streets. Each time a monster is synchro summoned, place 2 signal counters on this card. If this card's owner, and this owner's card is destroyed by card effect, you can special summon 1 Crimson Dragon from your extra deck. You can remove signal counters to apply the effect. Okay, so it literally turns it to Speed World 2, essentially. Or something similar to it. Okay, it brings out Assault Synchron via its effect. During the main phase, you can special summon it, then take damage. Okay, pretty standard stuff. So we're just making level 5 happen, going into Junk Speeder. I know this is a pretty typical Synchron starter. He just summons a fuck ton of Synchrons from your deck, right? What's this one doing? Yep. Okay, this one. If this card is special summon, you can add 1 spell or trap from your deck to your hand that mentions Stardust Dragon. I see. Synchro World is similar to it, removes... Yeah. I know it's not the same effects, but the fact that you get counters and then spend them for effects at certain values. So, hang on. What was this one? There's something here. Because it's sent to the graveyard for the synchro summon, all level 2 or lower monsters will gain 500 attack. And because of Resolve Order, it will affect these guys, right? Yeah, they gain power here. I see. And then this is what gets the Arrive in Light card to hand. Okay. I don't think anything else with these guys matter too much. They're just numbers that he needs to create. But we need to check to see if there's a reason for him to not use any of this stuff. Okay, it goes into Nitro Warrior. Place 1 level 1 monster from your hand or deck on top of your deck. Okay, so when he plays Arrive in Light, we see him stack that card. I wish I could read it, but we'll get... Oh, Stardust Swarm. If this card is in your hand or graveyard, and you control a level higher 8, you can special summon this card. Maybe there's better Synchrons to summon. We don't have to assume that he has the better ones. No, you're correct. You get the idea. So long as those better ones don't appear later in the duel, you're correct. So during your main phase, immediately after this effect resolves, I will summon 1 level 4 monster. You can treat it as a non-tuner. Okay, so that's how he's synchro summoning it. Yeah, I don't think there's any way for him to use this because he wouldn't have an open zone. Okay. Okay, okay. Okay. It doesn't look like he could have done anything here. Goes into Nitro Warrior. And then that adds counters here. Hang on. Pause. What's happening? So it goes into Nitro Warrior. Step. Counter was placed. Nitro Warrior's effect activates. If it was sent to the graveyard for a synchro... Okay, draw a card. That's good. Yeah, drawing cards is like crack in dual scripting. You always want to figure out ways to get cards in your player's hands. We don't need to check if he has it in deck, we just need to make sure he never plays it later on in the duel. Because, like, if you just threw it in there to fill out the deck, it doesn't matter, as long as it doesn't show up later. But it doesn't look like it's there. Okay, so he draws off of Nitro Synchron. Arrive in Light activates. I think this also lets him draw a card. Yeah, draw. Okay, that's what happened here. He got to draw 2 cards. Synchro World activates. You chose to increase or decrease the level of a monster you control by 1. He increases the... No, he reduces Speed Warrior by 1. Synchro Summoning level 4. Wait, what? Oh, did he summon something else? Oh yeah, this level 4 and this level 4. Red Dragon Archfiend. What's this game called? It's called EDO Pro. It's a fan-made Yu-Gi-Oh! Simulator. I am hosting a replay contest and I'm going over one of my submissions. Alright. Next. More counters on Synchro World. How many counters on here? Does it show it? Counters 2, okay. So we don't have anything to do right here. Red Dragon Archfiend. If it attacks defense position monster, yep, it's gonna do the thing. So obviously Red Dragon Archfiend should attack here first, right? Really? Hang on. Destroy all defense position monsters you control. Your opponent's control. Why isn't Red Dragon Archfiend... Oh, wait, hang on. If this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle, you can target one face-up defensive position monster your opponent controls, change it to attack position. Then this card can attack a second. I see. Because this is way better. You respond with the hand effect of Perform a Pal Odd Eyes Dissolver. If your Pendulum monster battles, you can special summon this card from your hand. If you do, your monsters cannot be destroyed by that battle. Okay. Am I using this on PC? Yes. Why did you take damage? Previous, hang on. Step. Effect. You can only use the effect once per turn. You can fusions. No. Cannot be destroyed by battle. You can only use this effect. Oh, wait, what? You can special summon. Cannot be destroyed by. Oh, because drill effect. Okay, yeah. I see. So it still does piercing. It just doesn't get destroyed. Sorry, this made me think it was part of Dissolver's effect. When you inflict battle damage with this effect, you draw a card. Nice. You always want draws. Attacking with Red Dragon Archfiend. Using the effect to destroy all defense positions. Yep. It's destroyed by battle card effect. You can special summon one Odd Eyes monster from your hand, deck, or graveyard. Okay, where are we going? If this card in position is destroyed by opponent's card and sent to the graveyard, you can special summon one Odd Eyes monster from your deck. This is probably really boring for you guys. I'm just like mumbling to myself. I'm just making sure I understand all the plays here and that nothing seems weird. That's all this is going to be, guys. If this card in your possession is destroyed by an opponent's card and sent to the graveyard, you can special summon one Odd Eyes monster from your... Okay. So we get to summon 2 Odd Eyes monsters, right? Except for Odd Eyes Wizard Dragon, and then add 1 Spiral Flame Strike to your deck to your hand. Yep. Persona Dragon. The manga Yu-Gi-Oh card. Add Spiral Flame Strike to hand. Shuffle. Odd Eye Synchron. Yep. Okay. Set 2 cards. Set 3 cards. Pass turn. What are these cards? Half Shut. Scramble Egg. I'll reveal your true form. What do you mean? Yu-Gi-Oh is complicated. Of course, you're gonna check it a lot just to make sure it goes. Yeah. I'm mostly checking to make sure I understand what's going on, because Yu-Gi-Oh is complicated as hell, as we were saying. And also, I'm checking to see if there's any misplays that I can think of as I go through this. This card doesn't do anything yet, right? Once per turn, you can target 1 card in your pendulum. So, okay, so this does it during your main phase. What's this one do again? You can target 1 face-up monster on the field. Especially it has its effects negated. Okay. I'll reveal your true form as a Persona reference. I don't know too much about... Oh, got it. Persona Dragon. I've barely played Summa 5. I got kind of bored of it because I thought the battle system was kind of bland. Wait. Why did these things die? Was it Red Dragon Archfiend? During your end phase, destroy all their monsters you control that did not declare an attack. Huh. I'm going to allow it because he's setting up for something much later. I wouldn't say using Red Dragon Archfiend here is a misplay because I know what happens later. Let me see something though. Yeah, this one specifies in defense position, so that's fine. If it turns out that, like, these don't even have to be here, we may just say Yusei summons 3. But I guess it's better for him to summon more. No. As many as possible with different levels from your deck, so it has to be. Oh no, you can. You can. It doesn't have to be all 5. So we can decide whether or not we want these guys to be here or not. That's not an issue. Spiral Flame Strike. Activate one of these effects. Target a card on the field and destroy it. We're destroying Red Dragon Archfiend. Is that correct? I mean, these are both, like, strong monsters with offensive abilities. I would say it's reasonable to pick either of these. Because they both could be problems. Pendulum Summon. Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon. Why did these go away? Oh no, he's Synchro Summoning, right? That's nice. I like that his first, he can make Starving Venom from here, so... Can he? Does he have a way to fusion summon right now? This is a tuner. Oh, you can fusion summon 1 fusion monster from your extra deck using monsters. Oh, yeah. We'll see if he gets there. Synchros to Clearwing Synchro Dragon. Hang on. Clearwing Synchro Dragon. Because it was Synchro Summons to Speed World, still gets another card. Arriving Lights also goes off, letting him draw another card. Huge. And now we're going into a Fusion Summon. We're fusing... Oh, you can fuse from the Pendulum Zones. That's cool. Going into Starving Venom Fusion Dragon. Nice. We got 2 of the Dimension Dragons here. This is a negate once per turn. Negate destroy. Technically 2, but one's active and one's reactive. Okay, this copies an effect of a level 5 or higher monster. 3 of the, oh yeah, Odd Eyes. Okay, so he gains attack points, right? Yeah, he gains attack points equal to 1 of your opponent's special summon monsters. Now he's copying the effect of Nitro Warrior. Yeah, it makes sense now why you destroyed Red Dragon Archfiend. Yusei didn't have any defense position monsters, so copying that effect would have been useless. If you can make use of copying Nitro Warrior's effect, this would be pretty good. We're attacking. Half shut. Cannot be destroyed by battle, but half your attack. That's gonna be a hefty damage, boy. Oh no, you're having that one. That makes more sense. Drop his attack back down to be equal to a tie? Wait, what? Oh, cannot be destroyed. So half shut. So only Nitro Warrior gets destroyed. We have Scramble Egg. Gets to summon a Sonic Chick from hand, deck, or graveyard. What an incredibly specific card, but it's perfect for shit like this. You just flew to summoning Karibo'd your ass. Yeah, and that successfully stops everything because it's too low level to be affected by any of the Dimension Dragons, but their attacks are too high to destroy by battle. Yeah. I know this card. I don't think any of these effects can do anything, right? Because you already used this one. This wouldn't do anything. It's in defense mode. It's not activating an effect. It's a passive effect. It's destroyed by... Yeah, it won't be destroyed. Alright, so looking at how this duel will go, I feel inferior with mine. Hey, it's fine. It doesn't have to be like super crazy deep, it just has to be entertaining. I do like the back and forth that we have going on here though. Pot of Desires, let's go! Main phase 1, activating Pot of Desires, banish 10 cards from your... I don't like using this card because it's technically random and we don't know what we're banishing. If I can think of something to replace with this card, I will. But I'm willing to keep it just because it's a good way to script duels. Have a legal pot of greed. I added it in my magic duel because this guy Kanta was specifically all about banishing cards. So it kind of fit his theme. Also keep in mind, I usually take way longer to script duels than you guys. The guys have submitted so far anyways. Tyrant Wing, wow. Interesting choice. And we have Top Runner. Alright. Mine's probably going a bit too deep. I'm a very modern player, so I tend to overthink stuff. I am happy with how it's going so far. Oh, I don't know about yours, but it's better to have some higher level duels for more meta players. I kind of abuse draw cards in this. It's fine. We can workshop it if we have to. None of the ones... The only one I don't like, or I would like to replace if possible, is Pot of Desires, but that's not that big a deal. Summon Synchron Explorer. I know this card. Do you like Top Runner? Is he good or is he just goofy? I like his card art. He's got good sneakers. Mid-duel is essentially Super Quant versus Masked Heroes. Yeah. That's what I was hoping for. I mean, they play Pot of Greed in the live-action duels that the voice actors do. It's fine. You can target one single monster, special summon it with its effects negated. I know this one. Which one are we getting? We're getting Stardust Synchron, so mostly it matters what level he wants here. He has access to 6 or 7. Doppel Warrior. Aha. Special summon this. Arn from your hand. Yep. More synchro material. We're synchroing to 8. Stardust Dragon. Perfect. Perfect. Cool, cool, cool. I like it. So how is he gonna get out of this one? This is still a sticky pickle he's in. Doppel Warrior is gonna bring out clones. Arrive in Light will let him draw another card. Yep, yep, yep. Start. What's that doing? If wait, if this card in your hand is in your hand or graveyard, you contribute one monster special summon this card, but banish it when it leaves the field. Okay, so you're just changing your field, swapping it out. I see. Now you got a little 6 or 5 coming, and now its effect is active. You can add in a spell or trap that mentions Stardust. Super Quant player is still hot-blooded and righteous, but it's more tempered by more world experience. I don't know if you know this, but I already have an original character who plays Super Quantum, so I may just bring them back for your duel. It's in my second ever video. Okay. We add Majestic Absorption. Target one Stardust Dragon or one single monster mentions it. Activate one equip one face-up monster your opponent controls to that target. You can attack directly. Interesting. Each time it destroys an opponent's monster by battle, inflict damage to your opponent equal to the destroyed monster attack. I'll check it out after the stream then. Sure. I voice acted in that duel because my voice actor got COVID. True story. He's fine now. And I hate my voice acting in it. Okay, we're equipping because that... When a monster's effect... Okay, so this only stops monster effects, so Synchro Dragon cannot stop this. I would choose Synchro Dragon here. Yes, okay. We activate Descending Lost Star. Target one Synchro monster in the graveyard, special summon it. In defense mode, effects are negated. Reduce its level by 1, defense becomes 0. So here's the misplay. Instead of Majestic Absorption, clear and equipping serving, he should have just let Stardust. So we need to come up with a card other than... So we need to come up with a card that gets rid of Clear Wing Synchro Dragon besides this card. Right? Well, see, he doesn't really know that he won't get another level 5. I'll make a note of it, and let's play out this turn and see how much better that would have been. Okay. So let's see what he does for now. Bring out a Synchro monster. Bring us out a level 5, but its effects are negated. Making it into a level 4. Be Synchro summoned, so... Oh no, you can do each of these. So you summon a tuner for free using the secondary effect. Synchro to 8, bringing out Black Wing Dragon. Well, here's the thing. Clear Wing needs to leave the field, because if attacked later on, Yuya will run out of life points too early. Yeah, so we need a way... We can just, like, play Fissure. We just need it to leave via spell or trap, not monster effect. Right. And if it is a monster effect, a level less than level 5. I'm gonna take a look at this turn. That was more so a retroactive realization. I mean, technically, Yusei has perfect knowledge of what his opponent's gonna do, and so long as he doesn't rely on any cards that, he doesn't have any cards that would rely on, he has perfect information about his cards, unless he draws later on in his turn. Okay, we bring out level 1. Tuning to level 7, bringing out the other Signer Dragons that we haven't seen yet. Special summon 1 step. Yeah, we got all of the Signer Dragons except for Luna/Leo, which is fine. Okay. So in a world where he chose to use it can attack directly, he hasn't drawn any cards, so he would have perfect knowledge by this point, I believe. So instead, we would have been able to attack directly, and then he would just swing with everything, right? Attack. Step. Wait, why would attacking directly be more useful here? Wait, what's happening here? Oh, I see. You attack with Stardust. Hang on, let me see something. So you attack with Stardust here, right? Wait, what? You're negating with Stardust's effect. Oh, I guess it's not stronger. So what are you gonna do? Oh, I see. You're saying if you let Stardust attack directly here, it can attack directly and then negate. I see. You need Stardust to not be here. Yeah. Yeah. Stardust can't attack this battle phase right now because it's not strong enough. It can't attack Pendulum Dragon because it needs to be on the field to negate Fusion Dragon. So simply put, we just need a card that destroys turn 4. I'm writing a note so I can try and fix this later, because this is a very easy fix. Destroy instead of... Because it could literally be Fissure, which is boring. I'm going to see if I can find a more interesting card that can destroy Clearing Synchro Dragon, but we need it to not be able to attack directly. Majestic Absorption. Isn't there just a card that's like, if you control a Synchro monster, destroy a card your opponent controls? Isn't there like a trap card that's like that? Maybe Bottomless Trap Hole. There's a card that's just like, if you control a Synchro monster, destroy opponent's monster. Hang on. Stardust Dragon, destroy a card. There's a card that's like, if you control Stardust Dragon, destroy a card, no? I think I used to use it in Duel Links. Trap. Start if you control Stardust, Dragon, destroy card. Am I gonna have to open up Duel Links just to figure it out? Okay, yeah, please look into that. Different card to destroy it. Clear Wing Synchro Dragon. That does not allow direct attack. Shooting Star. Yu-Gi-Oh! Shooting Star. Yu-Gi-Oh! Shooting Star. Yeah. If a Stardust card monster on the field, target one card. Okay. The only thing is, did you use it as a, like, did you have an opportunity to set this card? Because it wasn't added to your hand this turn, was it? Does that have to be a spell card timing? It was added to your hand this turn, so it can't be a trap card. Yeah, so it can't be a trap card. If you control a synchro monster, destroy one card on the field. Yeah. The issue is that's what's adding this. I mean, Ouija can just say he doesn't have it in his deck, as long as he doesn't use it later in the game. There a Yu-Gi-Oh card that has a Yu-Gi-Oh spell card that lets you destroy one monster your opponent controls while you control one synchro monster. Stardust Shimmer? Synchro Blast was its full name. If you control a synchro monster, target one monster your opponent controls. Yeah, Synchro Wave Blast, we can go with that. Because all we need is a spell card that lets you destroy one card on the field. There we go. So replace Majestic Absorption with Synchro Wave Blast. Does that work, you think, Connor? That should get it done, right? Either that, or it doesn't even have to destroy. We can switch it to defense mode and have Stardust attack before Fusion Dragon negates. Or would this still go off? Let me get to the battle phase. Let's see. So why does this happen? This is this using all your... No, this is a destroyed effect. Yeah, no, we would just replace... Oh, right. It's how it gets added to his hand. I see your point. Okay, so how does it get added to his hand? I think it's via that card that mentioned, like, it gets added to his hand via Stardust Synchron, right? So we need a card that's addable via Stardust Synchron that can get rid of Clear Wing Synchro Dragon. Okay, so we need to look at spell cards that mention Stardust Dragon, no? Let me open up a second instance of EDO Pro so I can look at the card database. I'm just gonna type in Stardust and Stardust spell cards, and then destroy. I don't know if that works. Cosmic Flare. We're looking for a spell card that is addable via the effect of Stardust Synchron that is able to destroy or switch to defense mode Clear Wing Synchro Dragon. It needs to leave the field either by effect or by Stardust Dragon attacking it and not dealing any damage. Or at least dealing minor damage. Does that make sense? Target one Stardust Dragon Synchro monster you control. If that Synchro monster you control battles an opponent, shuffle that opponent's monster into the deck at the start of the damage step. If a Stardust Dragon monster you control would tribute itself to activate the effect, you can manage this card from your graveyard instead. Would that work? Is it a problem that Stardust wouldn't disappear via the effect of Cosmic Flare? That's something to keep in mind. We could definitely maybe use that. I kind of need Clear Wing not shuffled. I see. Are any of the other cards that you say draws addable via the effect of Stardust Synchron? Let's take a look. So this is like the meat and potatoes of what the dual scripting stream is. Cosmic Flare would be perfect, except it needs to have Stardust Dragon in its card text, and Cosmic Flare specifics any Stardust monster. Right. So what's the problem with that? Attribute itself to activate its effect. If I Stardust Synchro. Oh. I see. It would be troublesome later on. Illumination is really the only card that I can see working. Illumination. Stardust Illumination. Send one Stardust monster from your deck to your graveyard, or if you control a Stardust Dragon, you can special summon instead. You can banish this card from your graveyard. Wait, what? Can't add it via Stardust. Why not? Why would it work? Hang on. So he draws 2 cards right here. And this card was put on top of the deck from something else, right? What happens with this Tyrant Wing card? I'm assuming it makes the difference later on. You can replace Tyrant Wing with something. Does it use the double attack effect? Does your script use the double attack part of Tyrant Wing? I guess we can play and find out what happens to Tyrant Wing. Yeah, let's look into it real quick. No, only the attack boost. We're not gonna pay too much attention to what happens here. I want to see under what context the Tyrant Wing gets reused. A lot of desires, that's fine. Yeah. Yep. Big number. Okay, it's not used there. It's used here. Why? To keep him in the duel? No, you'd still be at 200. Right? Why is Tyrant Wing used here? Why would you use Tyrant Wing here? Oh, double damage, right. I see. Right. Hang on. My first instinct is to replace this with defense draw. But that would make it 0. I'm assuming you want him to be at the brink right now. So what if instead of just drawing Descending Lost Star, at that point he draws into Top Runner, Stardust Illumination, search off Stardust Synchron. Okay. Hang on. Let me restart the replay so we can walk through it together. God, what I would give to have like an undo button when playing EDO, so if I make a mistake I don't have to redo the duel completely. By the way, thank you everyone for watching the stream. I did not expect to have this many people watching me just look at other Yu-Gi-Oh! Replay very slowly. Yeah. If anyone knows of a sim that makes you follow the rules but also has an undo button, please. Okay, we're waiting for us to get to turn 4. Yeah. I love that Sonic Chick stops everything. I had to redo the duel like 6 times. Yes! Oh, something luck-wise. Interesting. That's fascinating. Unduels on replays or actual duels? Actual duels. On tops of reduced... Yeah. Yes, tell me about it. So, you're saying instead of... Hang on, let me scroll up. What if instead of just drawing Descending Lost Star... What? So you can... Descending... Oh, this one. He draws into Top Runner. So that he can draw into Synchro Wave Blast on turn 4. He then uses it to... Oh, right. Hang on. Like, target one Synchro monster in your graveyard. But don't you need that Synchro monster in your grave? Or don't you need the Descending Lost Star? Yeah. No. He draws Top Runner off of his Pot of Duality. Or Pot of Desires. See? He draws Top Runner from Pot of Desires. Because I use it to get out a level 4. It's good to give your fans this kind of attention. I'm just surprised you guys want this kind of attention. I'm glad you guys do. Which can be accomplished by elimination. I'm gonna have to recreate this duel by hand just so that I can... Am I able to extract the decks from this? Connor, would you be willing to make sure this works on your end? What you're proposing? You don't have to create a full dual replay. Just make sure that it creates the board state that we're talking about. And just send a replay up to the point of it getting to the point where we were before. No, MG. You don't gotta remake it while I can do it. Thank you. You don't have to make a full replay. Just prove that it gets to where we need it to. Thank you. So basically, I would say make it all the way to the end of turn 4, just so we can make sure we're where we need to be. Because I'm sure you have the brain space of what should be happening in this duel more than me. See if your idea works, is what I'm saying. Okay. Attack. Negate with Stardust. Gets rid of that. It gets that. We attack here. Doesn't really matter what attacks here, right? Attack. much that it matters. Doesn't matter that you attack with Blackwing here versus Black Rose Dragon. If you attacked with Black Rose Dragon, would he have won later on? Sooner? Like, how low does Yuya's life points get before he loses? Like, what's the lowest life point count he has above 0? I mean... What? Yes. Yuya needs 2,700 life points. Why? Why 2,700 specifically? Or at the very least 2,600, otherwise Yusei can go for game. Ugh. That sucks, because technically I'd call this a misplay. Because you're in, unless you could convince me otherwise, why doesn't Black Rose attack here? You'll deal more damage. I guess you could argue he doesn't know how much defense the thing is about to be summoned from here. Is there any Odd Eyes card that would have enough to stop him? Summon one Odd Eyes monster from your hand, deck, or graveyard. Okay, so how is Black Rose gaining attack here? Or actually no, so Yuya doesn't summon a 3,000 attack point monster. Odd Eyes Advanced Dragon, for example. Why would that matter? Like... Oh, I see. Which I didn't give him, but Yusei doesn't know that. I see. So he could, so there is a 3,000 attack point monster here. We're assuming that they have knowledge of all face-ups. We don't assume that they have knowledge of the deck. But they do have knowledge of what's possible with the deck, if you understand what I'm saying. Like, I don't know what's in his hand, but I know what cards are in his archetype, per se. So that Yusei doesn't summon a monster that Black Rose can destroy. I see. So there is, in fact, a 3,000 attack point monster that Yuya could summon off this effect. It could be in his deck. So if he summons the 3,001 here, Blackwing Dragon cannot destroy it. Am I following you correctly? And he would be much better off than this scenario if... Okay, so it actually is not a misplay, because Yuya would be much better off having summoned that 3001 instead, because he'd be up a card. Understood. Okay. We'll just say it is... Question. Would it matter if we add that to his deck? Like, is it ever a good idea for him to actually use it? Like, if it is in his... Well, it doesn't matter if it's not in his deck. Yusei doesn't know that. No, it's fine. I think it's fine. When Odd Eyes wants... What? What? When an Odd Eyes monster in window... Wait, how is this not getting destroyed? Attack. Effect. Monster effect. Well, you can target... Would be destroyed by battle is not destroyed. Okay. Hmm. Hmm. Mirage can negate. Yeah. I see that now. Hmm. Let's say Yusei did attack with Black Rose Dragon first. Is that 3000 attack monster better than Mirage Dragon in this case? I'm assuming it must be, right? Because it's essentially this thing, because it's not going to get destroyed in battle because it's stronger, but it's also stronger. Mirage Dragon is worse than the thing that he would have summoned. Okay, I think it's fine. Stardust Dragon returns. Okay. Do we have 2 Potted Desires? Oh no, this is what I looked at earlier. We're good. Alright. We draw 2 here. Summon Form of Palace Skull Crobat Joker. When it's summoned, you can add a Pendulum monster or Artized monster from your deck to your hand, except itself. Set the new pendulum scale. When an opponent's monster declares a direct attack, you can activate this card. To activate this effect, you need once per turn. Okay, it stops its direct attack once per turn. What's this doing? You can target 2 cards, destroy them, and if you do, add form of power with different names from your... Okay. Okay, so you destroy your pendulum scales to add these 2 guys. Sure. Mirage can... Okay. Had Yuya gotten the 3000 attack thing here, would he have won? Do you think, Connor? He would have had an extra attack here, yeah. I think he would have won. Because Yusei goes down to a pretty low attack points on this turn, right? So he would have a 3000 attack point monster here. 3000. He'd go down to 100. I mean, that also depends on the effect of the 3000 thing that he would have summoned. What's the name of the card that he would have summoned instead? I want to look into it. Also, how did Odd Eyes Advanced Dragon? You contribute this card by attributing 1 level 5 or... Okay. You can destroy 1 monster... No. When this card destroys opponent's by monster, you can special summon 1 level 5 or higher monster from your hand or graveyard in defense mode. I think we could extrapolate that to making things way worse for Yugi or Yusei. 1 level 5 or higher, because yeah, that would let him bring back Clear Wing Synchro Dragon for a lot of more negates on Yusei's next turn. While Yusei would... Yeah. If Yusei used attacked and let the 3001 come out, he would now be facing down Advanced Dragon plus Clear Wing Synchro Dragon for an extra negate, which I think would probably stop him from doing whatever he would want to do on his next turn. Would you agree that it would be a problem if Clear Wing came back? Because he doesn't get it back this turn, right? He doesn't. He does not get... Okay. A lot of extravagance. Assuming Dark Rebellion. This works. Plus it adds more... Wait, what? Oh. What works? The thing that you're testing? But it adds pressure. I mean, I think Yusei would have been... Would take it... Hang on. I'm not talking about that. Clear Wing doesn't really change much, but it adds pressure. I'm trying to determine whether or not it was good of Yusei to attack the way he did on turn 4. How is advanced summoning Clear Wing? I'm looking at the name of the card. The card lets you special summon a level 5 or higher monster from your hand or graveyard in defense mode. Yeah. Oh, he could also bring back Starving Venom Fusion Dragon, which would also probably be a problem. Well, no, Yusei has Stardust Dragon. Let's see what Yusei does on this turn. And see if Advance being on the field would cause problems. Yeah, you're good. This was the turn I had to keep redoing. Yeah. How does Black Rose Dragon even gain attack points to begin with? Wait, what? Go back to what? I'm still trying to figure out whether or not this was a misplay or not on Yusei's part. Okay, so how does Black Rose Dragon gain attack points here? How much damage is... We'll get to that. That's later. How did Black Rose gain attack points here? What? via breeze synchron? Oh. I see. Checks are negated. Imagine doing a luck deck with this. Yeah, I bet. I wanted to do a dual script of like Yumiko Jabami from Kakiguri against like Season 0 Yugi. I think that'd be funny. But obviously that would probably involve luck at several points. So we know if an odd-eyes monster is destroyed by a battle card, if I can special summon one monster from odd-eyes monster from your hand. Okay. One odd-eyes monster. It's definitely like debatable whether or not this was a good move or bad. Why does he take Black Rose Dragon's attack points? Shouldn't he take Red Dragon Archfiend? Like the strongest one? Like, isn't that inherently better 100% of the time? If he did, I think we'd still be fine, right? I did the math on it earlier if you scroll up, but basically the double damage from Odd Eyes isn't hard enough to threaten game. I see. So he wouldn't be threatening game with the Odd Eyes attack otherwise. Right? That's a thing here. Hey guys, is there a card that would accomplish something similar to what Tyrant Wing is doing here, but also let you say draw? I don't want defense draw, I want him to take damage here, but I want him to draw... Well, I guess that's not a problem, because apparently Connor has already fixed the issue, so never mind. Yeah, setting up Odd Eyes. Yeah. It's his way of threatening game. I see. You can never blame someone for going for game. That is never a misplay. Especially when you don't know what the face downs are. Okay, I don't think we have to look too closely at that turn. Out of extravagance. Yep. Battle tuned. Target one phase of monster gains attack equal to the removed monster's attack. Okay. Interesting. Okay, it brings Stardust to 4,000 attack points. Attack. How'd this get stronger? Oh, is it this? Yeah. attack, destroy, attack, destroy. Pretty simple shit. I think it would be problematic here if, say, Starving Fusion Dragon was still on the field. Like, if this was not... I think it was correct of what Yusei did. Because having... Here's why Yusei needs... You could... Yeah. I was still debating on the attack order during that turn. Because I could see people saying, why don't you deal the most damage possible? Because right now, had Yusei attacked and let the 3000 monster come out, during this turn, Yuya would have an extra dragon on the field, and he could make more nonsense happen, and he could probably win the duel during this turn now. It would be any one of his dragons would still be on the field, on top of having this thing as well. Okay. So let's go back a bit. Perform a pendulum call, discard one card, add a different name. Okay, so let's do add shit and set the scales. I think my duel earlier, my duel can be either revised if not expanded on. That's good. You can resubmit it. You can't win this turn no matter what. I know, but I'm saying, oh. Yeah. So in the world where... How low does his life points get? $3,000 or 300? Does he go below this? Yeah, and then he does a bunch of shit to get out all of the Dimension Dragons. I'm not even gonna say like this is good or bad. I just love it that you managed to get out all of the Odd Eyes Dimension Dragons out, or at least most of them. Or I'd say all of them. Odd Eyes is a part of all of these, so yeah, all of them. Wait, why is it a problem that... Wait, no. If Black Rose Dragon attacked first, he'd be at 100 now, not 300. Not 0. We could have Black Rose Dragon attack first, right? And then just to keep your duel the same, we could have him not summon Advanced Dragon still. Because we'll just say he didn't have it. Can't forget Splash Payment. That's true. Yeah, and then you do this. I'm not even gonna bother looking at this because it's so sick, I don't care. It's such a cool ending. Yeah, so he'd be at 100. We could have Black Rose Dragon attack first there, and it'd be fine. In fact, it's kind of cooler that he's at 1. Wait, no, that's... WGY? What? That's what? I'm gonna, like, not go into detail about how he does it. It's because if Yuya had 500, he wouldn't draw 2 from dual tanning. Hang on. Dual tanning. Dual tanning. Dual tanning. Each time they do the following per turn. For each player, the first time that makes their life points 500 or less. I see. I see. That makes their 500. So he would already be at 500. I see. What do you guys think? Do you think it's debatable on whether... I could hold a poll, actually. I could take a screenshot and, like, explain the circumstances. I don't know. Because the rest of the duel is fantastic. I'm not even going to touch the last 2 turns, because I think they're brilliant. With how they went, I'm pretty sure they're optimal, honestly. Because that's what you're leaning towards the end anyways. We're too far. Okay. Okay, chat. I need your help. You say here. The monsters that you have on the field are these. Red Dragon Archfiend has already attacked. Your opponent has an Odd-Eyes Pendulum Dragon on the field, and an Odd-Eyes Arc Pendulum Dragon on the extra monster zone, which means when this thing gets destroyed, you can summon a Odd-Eyes monster from your hand, deck, or graveyard. So, in this scenario, who do you attack first with? Do you attack with your 3000 or your 2800? We don't need to know the names, because they don't do anything. You or you say. What do you do? The main concern is this. After you attack with your first monster, your opponent will be able to summon any Odd-Eyes monster from their hand, deck, or graveyard. Do you go for the extra 200 damage? Or do you go for, I want to make sure that I can take down a 3000 monster if he chooses to summon it? And the only one that could be, hang on, let's take a look at the other possible targets. Boars that taught me attack lowest to highest. I guess that's true. Attacking the lowest to highest is also like standard practice in Yu-Gi-Oh, so I wouldn't really call it a misplay. Personally, I would attack with 2800 and 3000 go lowest to highest. Well, we don't know what's in their hand, so you attack with a weak. Well, it's not even from hand. You can bring it out from the graveyard. Or deck, even as well. On turn 6, if you had 2800, you say you can go for game. Yeah. It looks like most of you guys are saying attack low to high still, even you know what he could bring out. I'd say leave that Black Rose Dragon for last. Yeah, it would take too much future. I think it's a case of like it would require you to say a ridiculous amount of future vision for him to say that he wants to attack with Black Rose Dragon here, right? Like you say would have to have so much shit planned out about cards he doesn't even know that he's gonna get to want to go with Black Rose Dragon here. Yeah. Only with an unbelievable amount of hindsight would you attack with Black Rose Dragon here. So, the one fix that we need to do in this duel is the thing that we talked about earlier, which apparently Connor has already fixed. Did you create a replay for it? So anyways, while we're okay, now that we've taken care of that, let me show you guys. Do you enjoy staying up all night until morning and watching the sunrise? I am never up when the sun rises. Actually, that's not true. I've done it before, but I don't watch the sunrise. Not yet. That's fine. We can workshop that later. If you guys want, and if Connor's okay with it, we can also release this replay file to you guys to look at and also, like, try and dissect to find any other misplays that I may have missed. That'd be a big help. I want to just show off how cool the finale is of this duel. We're just, like, gushing at this point, because we kind of skimmed over it. Because I'm probably not going to touch it. So during Yuya's final turn, he does a bunch of shit that, like, gets out all of the Odd Eyes Dimension Dragon combination monsters. We've already seen this turn. This turn seems good. Okay, so he gets Odd Eyes Rebellion Dragon, Starving Venom, makes it into Odd Eyes Venom Dragon, Synchro Rumble. I love that he draws Scrap Fist here, and that's what kills him in the end. I'm assuming he goes for game somehow here, no? Hang on. I do kind of want to take a look at this now. What happens here? He attacks with... Oh. Synchro Barrier. You do not take any battle damage until the end of the next turn. Whenever I watch the sunrise after staying up all night or waking up early, I always... The sunrise where... Okay. He can attack more than once. You say activate Synchro Barrier, which you didn't take any battle damage. Yeah, I was wondering the same thing. I mean, arguably, we go here. Okay, yeah, he attacks and destroys. Yeah, so he does the right thing. He could attack with all of them, it just would do nothing. Yeah, that's fine. That's perfect. You could even... No, that wouldn't work here, because it's for a single attack. Yeah. And then we do this stuff. This is neat. Okay, so he summons Junk Warrior, right? And because all of the Signer Dragons are acting as level 1s, Junk Warrior's effect counts them, and he gains the attack points of all of them. So he's at 12,000 right now. Then we use a Synchro World. Wait, which Synchro World effect did he choose? Junk Synchron would be Destiny Draw moment. Junk Warrior, you know what I mean. Hang on. I just want to check something. I want to fully appreciate this cool flash turn. What did he draw? You just need... Okay. I don't think it's particularly bullshit. Lowering its level so that Junk Warrior won't be destroyed. Oh! Smart. He doesn't necessarily need Junk Synchron. He just needs a tuner. Because he could make it out of these, it's just that his finale would be a little less cool. Because he would still win. Right? He would just have one Sign Dragon instead of 3. He would just need some way to make Junk Warrior with at least one of these guys remaining. Yeah, I don't think it's... If we really want... okay. If we want to make it seem like less bullshit, if we don't want to make it a Destiny draw, instead of Junk Synchron, he draws into Tuning. Adds Junk Synchron to his hand. It's not mandatory. We can feel out whether or not we want it to be a Destiny draw moment or not. So that's an opportunity that I can decide later on. I think it wouldn't be ridiculous for him to draw Tuning and then pick Junk Warrior. To be honest. Oh yeah, he also only has 3 cards in his deck. Oh yeah, and one of them would search Junk Synchron. 2 out of 3 of them would get what he wants. Yeah, okay, we're fine. We don't have to worry about it. Okay, so yeah. We go to Junk Warrior. Hang on, I just realized something. He uses Sonic Warrior as the level 2 material. Because it's sent to the graveyard, all level 2 or lower monsters gain another 500 attack points, which means they get added to Junk Warrior's attack due to the chain order. Dude, I love the English Yusei synchro theme. Ba, ba, da, da, da. Yeah, so he decreases the level to make it safe for the effect, right? Now it's a level 4. Pause. Scrap Fist. I actually don't know what this card does. Target one Junk Warrior you control. If it battles an opponent's monster's turn while you control it, apply the effects. Your opponent cannot activate card effects. Ah. If it attacks a physical monster, inflict piercing battle damage. Double any battle damage your opponent takes. It cannot be destroyed by battle. Destroy the opponent's monster that battle against it. Oh. To sub. Hey, that's fair. I love both. So the grand total of Junk Warrior's attack points is 1,200, but its battle damage is doubled, leading to an attack against the 3,000 Clear Wing Synchro Odd Eyes Wing Dragon, dealing 18,000 points of damage per game. That's so cool. That's so funny. 18,000 damage. And if he wanted to, he could have attacked into Splash Mammoth and dealt even more, but I think it's more fun for him to attack the one of the Dimension Dragons, especially the Synchro one. I understand why you chose that. That's so cool. Scrap, not gonna lie, Scrapist was just being a dick. Didn't he need it? Your opponent cannot activate card. Does he not have a way of stopping it? I'm a fan. That's fair. That's a valid take. Once per turn, you can target one. I'm just like, Yu-Gi-Oh was like the first thing I ever watched. So I'm very nostalgic for the dub, so I'm unfairly biased towards it. Wait a second. So can we check out? It's like almost 2. I'll do that tomorrow probably, because it took 2 hours to review this duel, and it'll be like 4 a.m. for me by the time I'm done with yours probably. But I will definitely take a look at it either tomorrow or within the near future. I want to check something really quick. So, previous. If there's any way, I think it'd be so sick if Yusei uses dual tainting to win the duel. Does he? Yeah, I'll stream it. Special summons a level 5 monster with different special summons 5 monsters with different levels at the same time. One monster they control battles 5 times. Activates a card effect, chain rolls 6-sided dice, tosses a coin 5 times. Takes damage and made their life points. Take damage and made their life points 500 or less. Huh. Hmm. Is there a card that's like take damage, draw a card? Hell, we don't even need that. We just need him to draw a card. Hmm. Hold on. You take... Okay, this is our opportunity right here. He goes for a game, right? And instead of Synchro Barrier, we use something that would drop him to below 500 life points, letting Yusei activate dual tainting. But he still needs to survive the rest of the turn as well. How do we do that? I think it'd be very, very cool. Scrapfist is a quick play, so it can be used during the battle phase if needed. Yeah. I think it would be sick if Yusei draws 2 off of dual tainting, and that's what he uses to win. There's a lot of ways we can do this. We just need to find out a good way. Hmm. That's something that I can workshop later, but it's obviously fine as is. I'm just being picky. Yusei's been mooching off Yuya synchros with Arrive on Light, and now you win. I just think it'd be cool for storytelling. But yeah, I don't think it's mandatory. What's the brightest planet or comet you've ever seen in the night sky? What a random question. But like shooting stars that I saw at night on a cruise because it was really dark. It's a really hard card to proc, so I'd consider it a really big moment. Yeah. If we can figure that out, it'd be sweet. Not a big deal if we can't. I will definitely look into that. Junk Warrior for game is cool enough, I'd say. It probably is. I'm being picky. I think it's fantastic as is. I just think it would be cool for storytelling. Half Unbreak. Yu-Gi-Oh! Half Unbreak. Yeah. That's why I'm only changing something at the very end. Target 1 monster in the field. That card cannot be destroyed by battle. Also, any battle damage that you would take involving that monster is halved. I think we need Stardust to be destroyed, though. Yeah, I know about Smile World. That's fine. Because, like, I want to frame this duel as, like, Yuya is overtaken partially by Zark, and he awakens for a moment, or Yusei interprets dual taining being activated as Yuya reaching out to him. So he uses dual taining as a way to extend his arm back to Yuya and win the duel. That's my like vision. He starts, let me even use say, starts adapting dual taining and starts dual taining himself. He starts like playing a character, being a little bit goofy, but it's what it will take Yusei to wake up, or Yuya to wake up. Yeah. 73. Hmm. Half counter. Is being attacked. The monster you control gains attack equal to half the attack of the original monster until the end phase. Okay. The problem with that is it would make him win the fight. Oh, half the original attack of the attacking monster. How much is the original attack? The original attack of the attacking monster is 33. Half of 33. Plus 4,000. Brings half the original attack. So 3,300 divided by 2, 1,650. Add that to 4,000. You say would be at 5,650. 7,337 minus 5,650. He would take 1,650 damage. He would still lose. Couldn't he just activate a life point gain card? Like Nutrient Z? No, because he would have to take a hit first. No, it's Nutrient Z resolves before you take the damage. How much damage is he taking in this attack? Minus 4,000. He's taking 3,300. If he does that... No, we still need to worry about the two other dragons, is the problem here. How's the stream reviews going? Good. We found one misplay, which we're already working on fixing. Now we're trying to improve the ending just for a little bit of storytelling. I'm trying to figure out a way that you say can activate dual taining. And we need him to drop to 500 or less life points here in this battle phase for him to be able to do it. So right now, he's activating Synchro Barrier so that he doesn't take any battle damage until the end phase of the next turn. But I want him to drop to below 500. Or 500 or less, instead of taking 0. The problem is, his opponent is attacking with a 7,300, a 3,000, and a 3,000. How many 3 plays? This is my first. But we're at the very end of it. It takes about 2 hours to review. Red Cocoon doesn't help here. I mean, we could just, like, ask people on, like, Discord. Can you think of a card in this battle phase that you say could set on his previous turn that would let his life points drop to below 500 or below? And also have... his monsters don't need to survive. By the way, when I like talk closer to the mic, is it like gross? Or does it still sound good? Red Cocoon would negate the monster battling him. Hang on. Let me take a look. The problem is he still has 2 other attacks. The fact that I'm waiting for... It's even better that if we have Yusei draw to 0, so it's literally his last chance. Even better, so like when he needs to draw for Junk Synchron, he knows because it's the last card in his deck. And of course he would have his deck memorized. So it's not bullshit at all, actually. Soul Strike. If your life points are 4,000 or less, when an attack declared involving a monster you control, pay half your life points, then target a face-up monster you control. It gains attack equal to the deficit between your current life points and 4,000 until the end of your opponent's turn. That's a good thing. I like where your brain's at. Is there any card in Yusei's graveyard that he just, like, discards and never actually uses? Yeah, that's paying, not taking damage. You have to take damage. It doesn't look like it. I think he uses all of these. Let me check something. Okay. What are you talking about, David? I have been on a cruise ship. I'll tell you, it's not worth it. Unless you're a party person. If you like parties, then sure. I am not a party person. If you like meeting new people. Or if you like gambling or drinking. And I like none of those things. Let me just, like, search. Wait. Pay 500 life points. What if, instead of drawing it to Junk Synchron... Wait, okay. Yusei has 3 cards left in his deck. Instead of drawing it to Junk Synchron, he draws a card that makes him take life point damage for some reason or another, he draws the 2 remaining cards in his deck, which lets him draw into Junk Synchron. And then we can figure out, like, from there. So it literally doesn't matter. It just has to be something that makes him take 500 life points. Yeah, David. Was anyone talking about this Titanic? Wait. No, this won't work here. Horn of Light. I don't think this is too extreme. Or too specific. I'm looking at, I don't see why this would be in his deck, though. So, like, there's a card called Horn of Light. No, this wouldn't work because he wouldn't have any monsters on the field at that time, would he? Alright, let me get a look at what Yusei's field is at the start of his turn. Yeah, it has no monsters. Wait. No, it wouldn't work. Special summon 1 tuner monster from your graveyard. No. We have to have this to lower the Junk Warriors level. Have your life points. How does pay half your life points? No, we have to take 500 life points, right? Oh. Shoot. So it probably has to be during the battle phase of the last turn. I just got a warning. Is everything alright, you guys? Can you guys hear me? How's the duel replay going? Good. It's basically done. I'm just trying to improve the finale of it. Can you think of a card here? Use. So you have an idea. Let's hear it. Using needs to get to 500 or less life points here. Thank you, Pretty. We need Yusei to basically have no monsters on his field and also have 500 or less life points. Yes. He also needs 500 or less life points and an empty field by the end of this turn. What's your idea, Raylan? He draws Assault Mode and Assault Teleport for his turn. Why would he draw 2 cards? And remember, it has to be taking damage, not paying life points. Also, there is no card called Scrap Iron Fist. Are you sure that's what the card is called? You mean Scrap Fist? Yeah. He has to take damage. You're good. So basically, hang on. Is there a card that's like, no, that wouldn't work either. The good news is, hang on, if we, hang on, we don't need Scrap Fist in our hand right now if we're going to say that he's going to draw 2 off of dual tainting. He can draw Scrap Fist off of dual tainting, right? We have an extra card in our hand. Is that correct? We could say that you say had something else last turn. Are we correct in saying that? Because if he draws 2 off of dual tainting, yeah, he draws Scrap Fist off of Arrive and Light. Yeah, but what I'm saying is, instead of drawing Scrap Fist, he has a different card that isn't Scrap Fist, and then during this turn, he draws Scrap Fist off of dual tainting. He draws Scrap Fist off of Arrive and Light this turn. Yeah. So oh, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. So he wouldn't have it set on the field. Ugh. Does you say have any hand traps besides Effect Failure? Hang on. Effect Failure. Is there a card that just like lets you gain attack points by discarding it? What's the card we're going to replace it? That's what we're trying to figure out. We need Yusei to lose life points here, but not lose. Is there a card that's like you could use Jack's Battle Fader theoretically? Battle Fader. Yeah, but then he wouldn't take any damage at all. No, I see what you're saying actually. Um, I got it. Yusei's set card reduces the damage when he takes. Yeah, that's what we're saying. He can draw. He can dual. He can dual taining draw script. Okay. So yeah, the problem is we need a card that so he only takes 500 and 900, and then takes no further damage because these guys are still gonna attack. If Yusei's card, he can dual chaining draw Swift Scare. Oh, I see. Let me take a look at what you're saying. Swift Scarecrow. I see. That's how he stops the other damage. I see what you're saying. Swift Scarecrow. And this is still considered a use card, definitely. Declares a direct attack, you can discard this card, negate the attack, and then end on the battle phase. Okay. Makes sense. You can dual chaining draw Swift Scarecrow and also Scrap Fist. Or something. So we simply just need a card that will make it so that he lives this turn. I understand what you're saying. So we need a card that would have him take. We just need a card that would make Stardust Dragon's attack almost as high as this one's, or vice versa. I mean, shrink? How much is half of 7,300? 30? No, that's too much. Uh. How much damage is he currently taking? He's currently taking, if this goes through normally, he's taking 3,300. But yes, I like where your head's at, Connor. Half shut? No, you already used that. Hang on, the cards that people were mentioning way long ago may actually be correct now. Half counter gains attack equal to half the original attack of the attacking monster. How much is he? 3,300 divided by 2. Add that to 4,000. 5650. 7,300 minus 5650. Still 1,650. Let's quantify how many attack points difference needs to happen here, actually. So he's currently taking 3,300, which means we need to change the amount of damage by more than 2,300. Which shouldn't be too hard to do. But obviously less than... Kind of having to like hit a sweet spot where he takes 500 to 900 damage. Stardust must get attack anywhere from... Yeah. Alternatively, we need to decrease the attack of Odd Eyes Venom Dragon. I'm just going to type in gain attack into EDO Pro's card database and scroll through trap and quick effects. Yes. Spell. Quick effect. Has to be a trap card, right? Or a quick play spell. How much attack difference is it? We need about gravity lash 2300. 2300 to 2800, I believe. Because wall of this corruption could work. That's true. The problem with that is we still need Red Dragon Archfiend to be killed. So we need to only affect the one monster. Actually, hey ChatGPT, what is a Yu-Gi-Oh card that quick play spell or trap card that would let a monster gain about 2500 attack. Wait. I just thought of something before I even typed it. What was the card that Yusei used in Dark Side Dimensions to double attack points? Double original attack points? You know what I'm talking about? The one they used that... No, that wasn't a Stardust card. That was the other guy's card. Shit. Yeah. Figured. Yu-Gi-Oh card double original attack? Would that work? Right? If we doubled the original attack of Stardust, would that work? Is that the right value that we could need? Right? Because we're at 4,000. Um, Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Hang on. Yes, that works. Uh... What would be... 3,600? No, that's too much. 3,300 divided by 2 plus... So it's at a 4,000 point boost. 3,300 divided by 2 plus 4,000. 5,650. Is that a good number? No, that's too little. We need more subtracted. Fuck. Okay, well, I actually have to go to bed. For those of you who know what's up, you guys know what to look for. Keep brainstorming and post me in the Discord if you guys figure out a thought I had with you guys. It lets you reduce. Then you could draw a monster with a Riven Light. And you could just draw scrap fist later on. Nitwit, Outwit. Gravity Lash. Yu-Gi-Oh! It loses attack equal to its defense until the end of the turn. It's a quick play spell. Is there any reason why Yusei wouldn't use it on his last turn, though? Since it's a quick play, we have to consider that. Wait, no. We could say he draws... Couldn't we say he draws Gravity Lash off of... Yeah, we could just say he draws Gravity Lash off of Riven Light. Wait, no, you can't activate quick play spells from your hand during your opponent's turn. You can only activate quick play spells on the field. Okay. But anyways, I want you guys to continue to look into this. I'm going to look into it as well. We know what the goal is. I can take a screenshot of this and put it in the Discord so you guys can stare at it. Or, you know, we can share the replay as a whole. I need to go to bed. It's 2:30 a.m. and I have work tomorrow. Alright. I am going to do a pseudo raid to Twitch. Is anybody playing? Remember, he draws a card somewhere, and Rising Energy just cards one card and he gains 1,800. Yeah, I'll definitely look into that. Who's streaming Yugi months? Oh yeah, also, what are you guys' thoughts on a Genesis format? I want to hold a tournament in that before a meta forms. I just want it to be chaos of like, I think this will work. Tell you what, it's mostly Japanese streamers because it's so goddamn late. Oh, hey, I've done this one before.
Indigo
okay.
Clips.
All right, guys, go here. I'm gonna see you guys next time. What is Genosaur at? Ask about it in the Discord. I gotta get going. We'll talk about it in the Discord. It's gonna be chaos for a week, but a meta is before. Yeah, I don't want a meta to form before I host a tournament. I want it to be chaos. All right, go there. Share some love. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you. This was a lot of fun. Great replay, by the way, Connor. Good job.